Big BaseBall cards. First in a live chat. A little late today, yes. I'll go into that in just a minute here. Oh, yeah, spring cleaning. Sensei Domino, hey Don, Big Ray and all, how y'all doing? We are doing well. We are doing well, for sure. Chuck Dupree, sports cards, Donald, Big Ray with a fist bump, boom, boom, boom. Sorry again, I'm late. Sensei Domino, Sensei, bumpity bump, bump, bum. Let me get all my items up and running here. Get this real quick. Do a refresh on that one. Try and move things a little quicker today. I'm running behind and we got a big, are you ready for some football? 2020 Hall of Fame class. I think because it was 2020, they decided to do 20 Hall of Famers for 2020. Because nothing else much was going on with, everybody knows what happened in 2020, right? Seems like just yesterday. Seems like just yesterday. Okay, I think that one's on the way in. That one's on the way in. I'll see when the chat pops up there. Just got back from my century ride. Pretty much everything hurts. Laugh out loud, but it's done. And you did say yesterday it was your last one, right, Chuck? God is great. Big Ray, Bernie, Chuck Dupree, Titus, Bernie H. Bernie H is in the house. How you doing there, Bernie? See, you made it in here too. Sorry about the lateness of my day. As we're waiting for everything to load up here real quick, I will tell you, my wife was doing some spring cleaning, usually this time of year before summer starts off and stuff. She decides to clean the sinks in, we got, well, not the kitchen sink so much, but we got the downstairs bathroom sink, we have the upstairs bathroom, full bath sink, and we got the master bathroom, which has 2 sinks. She decided to clean out all the drains, you know, where the hair goes in, but of course I don't have to worry about hair going down my drain. It just gets dirty from my whiskers when I shave. But other than that, we had a leaky sink that I had to try and figure out what didn't get put back together right when I put all the pipes back in the bottom of the sinks. Remind me, next time, I think I'll hire a plumber to come out and do this dirty work. If I could afford it. If I get rich by then, which I'm not holding my breath on, by the way. So we've got everything up here. Let me get this all up and running. Let's see, what time was our 33, 34, 35, 36. We will end the early bird 2-minute warning. And today I'm going to have to stick tried and true to it. Alright, whoever made it in now, 2:37, we're good. Big Ray laying down is about the only thing I have planned for the next couple days. So there you go there, Chuck. I don't blame you there. You're probably all tuckered out from that ride. You're probably all tuckered out from that ride for sure. Alright. So let me do one last refresh. Oh, actually, I don't need to do a refresh. I already got the marker in there. Scroll up to the top of the chat here. Do a refresh on the chat on this one. Do the live chat on this one. So I know I'm up to date. We'll get ready to rock and roll. I'll go through my advertisements real quick. Actually, no. We gotta go. Yeah, advertisements quick, and then we'll go in and go through everything. Of course, my Patreons, I won't go into depth on that. That's been up there for a few minutes already. So we are good to go there. We've got my Seattle Mariners schedule here. So far, we're going to see if we can sweep Miami in our Wednesday night game tonight. Day off tomorrow, and then Chuck, we play your Chicago White Sox for a 3-game series. So I wish you luck there. We're starting to hit the ball a little bit harder now. Okay? And then we've got, today is the 14th. By the way, in case you didn't figure it out, it is Flag Day today. I'm wearing my flag with my eagle. I'm wearing my patriotic Mariners hat, just so everybody can see. And yes, that is the only flag that I fly in this house, that's for sure. I've got about a little over 20 out on the front yard right now. I've got everything going on here, and we are on the 14th, Wednesday, the 14th, Flag Day. Scooch that down there out of the way. I'm going to scooch this over. I'm going to get my handy dandy pen. We have 507 entries, so we do have 5 prizes on the wheel. We're up to 5. We're halfway through filling up the names on everything that's included here. I got that one. And I got that one. Forgot to cross them off. So we're going to be on the 14th now. And no, you can go away. I do not need you whatsoever. There, thank you. You can stay that way. It was an anonymous browser that showed up. So we got Big Ray. Big Ray's the first on the sheet here. So far, I know Bernie H is here, so when I get to him. Sensei Domino 15 gets a 1+. Chuck Dupree gets a 1+. Now what's it doing? Now it's opening up another window. Oh, you gotta love PCs that don't do what they're supposed to do. Sensei Domino, Chuck, Big Ray, Bernie H. Down to Bernie H finally. Bernie H is here with a 1+. We're gonna get right into the games too. God is Great is in here with a 1+. Chuck Dupree, Chuck, God is Great, Big Ray's Ball Cards, Bernie H, God is Great, Bernie H, Big Ray, God is Great, Bernie H, Big Ray. I got Sensei Domino, yes, got Sensei Domino, and I believe I have everybody. Let me turn off. I do not need the Microsoft browser. Already switched it to who my primary is. So boom, boom. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batters today. We've got Bernie H. We've got Big Ray's Ball Cards. We've got Chuck Dupree. We've got God is Great, and we've got Sensei Domino. I didn't see Dragon Fan Tim, did we? I don't know where Dragon Fan Tim is. He's given up on us anymore. He doesn't come by anymore. He probably missed because I wasn't live at 2. Let me do a refresh here real quick. Alright, we're going to start with our first 3 batters, which are Bernie H, followed by Big Ray's Ball Cards, followed by Chuck Dupree. Okay, Bernie, you're first up to bat. You are first up to bat here. Okay, got it all lined up. There's a home run. And a 5. A 5 plus a 6. Bernie got a +11. He's the top of the leaderboard today. And 11. All right. Boom. That was a good shot there, Bernie. Next up to bat, we've got Big Ray's Ball Cards. Got that. And a triple. A 1 plus a 2 is a 3 plus 3. Everybody's doing pretty good so far. All right, next up to bat, we've got Chuck Dupree. Going to show you a couple interesting things we might do somewhere in the future. I got to figure out how it works first. But Chuck, these are your 2 at-bats next. Let me scoop that up there so you can see the bottom of the scoreboard here. Got a triple. Up. 2 triples. For 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 4 for Chuck. Now we got to reload the batting cage for 2 more batters. God is Great and Sensei Domino. Oh, I got it right. Got it right. So our last 2 batters again, God is Great and Sensei Domino. Here we go, God is Great. You're first up to bat here. Foul ball and a home run for 6. So plus 6 for God is Great. So we've got one more batter to go, and then we'll move on to this day in baseball. No trivia today, it's just a baseball factoid. Okay, so here you go, Sensei. Oh, hold on a second. Don't shoot off there. I got to get up here so you can see the bottom of the board where it lands. Triple. And a 600. 6 plus 2 is 8 for Sensei Domino. Plus 8 for Sensei Domino. Alright. We'll put this away for now, since there's no trivias, unless there's, in case any super chats show up. Put the baseball game back in its holding pattern here. Hey, that's the way the ball bounces sometimes. Some people get the high-scoring batting round, and some don't. Definitely hitting the showers early. There you go. All right, let me put that off to the side here. We're going to get into our factoid here on this day. So today, June 14th, 2023, the baseball birthdays are Don Newcomb, Charlie Buffington, Bill Fahey, and Greg Brock. And once again, a reminder, it is Flag Day according to my calendar here. But it's always on June 14th. I know that because in 1978, on June 14th, 2023, I was on an airplane heading down to San Diego to go to basic training for the United States Navy. So, on this day, the Angels' Nolan Ryan threw 13 innings of a 15-inning game against the Red Sox, allowing 8 hits, walking 10, fanning 19, taking a no decision in the 4-3 victory. He threw 235 pitches according to game accounts. His mound opponent, Luis Tiant, tossed 14 1/3 innings before Denny Doyle's double ended the game. The box score on June 14th, 1974, Tilt didn't list the pitch count, but pitching coach Tom Morgan recorded the pitches on a handheld clicker. The number is unbelievable, since Ryan faced 58 batters. Averaging just 4 pitches per batter would give him 232 pitches. But he had 235. So that is this day in baseball for June 14th. Tomorrow we will have a good mark to go by. It's going to be entitled Trades for June 15th. Trades. And I believe there's just one. Oh no, it'll be a 3-pointer because you're going to choose the order of the 3 people tomorrow that are in the trivia. So tomorrow will be a 3-pointer if you get all 3 correct in the correct order. June 4th, 1775 is the U.S. Army birthday too. That's right, I remember you mentioned that yesterday, Chuck. That is pretty cool. So other than that, our lineup for today is going to be, right after I mentioned, don't forget, Vladimir Guerrero, Vladdy Daddy, Hall of Famer, will be our Hall of Fame Friday this Friday. Then after that, after our football, we will go through the World Baseball Classic 2023, Part 204. have 4 little boxes of this stuff, and we'll do 1 a day this week. So by Friday, I'll let you know if I got the complete set from the 50 card set. We'll be getting a total of 80, so we'd have to get not too many. I only had 1 double, and that's pretty sad. You get 1 double in a box, in a pack of 20 cards. You get the same. I double checked to see if it was a variation card, but it wasn't. They were both identical from the front to the back. So other than that, we're going to go in, and it is time for, are you ready for some football? Are you ready for some football? So we'll get switched over here. Let me get a sip of water real quick. I engulfed a chicken salad sandwich before we came live here today. I'm not going to be wasting too much time, just to give you a heads up here. Alright, as soon as we get into these 20 players, I'm gonna snap through them as quick as you've seen me read and tell about their biographies ever, probably. Alright, we got the class of 2020. I'll go through the 20 names we're going to go through in this big outing here. We're going to have Steve Atwater. It's all going to go alphabetical order by last name, in case you're wondering. Steve Atwater, Isaac Bruce, Harold Carmichael, Jimbo Covert, Bill Cowher, Bobby Dillon, Cliff Harris, Winston Hill, Steve Hutchison, Egrin James, Jimmy Johnson, we know who Jimmy Johnson is, Alex Karras, Troy Polamalu, Steve Sabol, Donnie Shell, Duke Slater, Max Speedy, Ed Sprinkle, Paul Talierbu, and George Young. What a lineup we've got to go through today. We're going to hit it right off the field with the first of 20 players. I'm going to lose track of what number we're on, so I'll just keep going until we get to the end. Steve Atwater's our first player on the field. Looks like he was a safety, class of 2020, all-decade team in the 1990s, 24 interceptions, 8 Pro Bowls, and 11 seasons. Okay, you refresh the chat so I can kind of keep an eye on it here every once in a while. He's quoted as saying, I've always tried to be aggressive. I don't always make all the tackles or make all the big hits, but I try to play in an aggressive manner. The Denver Broncos selected Steve Atwater out of Arkansas in the first round, 20th choice overall of the 1989 draft. A hard-hitting, instinctive safety, Atwater played in 167 games during his 11-season career. He made an immediate impact at free safety in his rookie season. Atwater recorded 129 total tackles, second most on the team. He helped turn around a Denver defense that ranked 20th in points allowed the previous year to become the NFL's stingiest unit in 1989. That allowed the fewest points in the league. The Broncos finished that season with the AFC's best record at 11-5 and a berth in Super Bowl 24. Atwater was voted to the first of 8 Pro Bowls following the 1990 season and earned first-team All-Pro recognition for the first of 2 straight years in 1991-1992. In 1997, he was an integral part of the Broncos' championship season that was capped by the franchise's first Super Bowl title. Atwater attributed 83 tackles, 61 solo, 1 sack, 2 interceptions, 8 passes defense, and 2 fumble recoveries as Denver finished 12-4. His strong play continued throughout the postseason. He added 15 tackles, 10 solo, 1 sack, a forced fumble, and 5 passes defensed in 4 playoff games. Atwater played his final season with the Broncos in 1998 and helped lead them to a second straight Super Bowl victory. That year, he recorded 1 interception, 7 passes defense, and racked up 55 solo tackles, 30 assisted tackles, and he had 4 tackles, 3 assists, and 2 passes defense in Super Bowl 33 against the Atlanta Falcons. In all, Atwater recorded 24 interceptions, which he returned for 408 yards and a touchdown, added 5 sacks, and registered more than 1,000 tackles. He was named to the NFL's All-Decade Team of the 1990s. So there you go, Steve Atwater. Next up on the field, we got Isaac Bruce. Cowher, in my opinion, is one of the top 5 head coaches ever. Big Ray said, even though I'm not a Steelers fan, I have to agree, chap. Alright. Refresh there, and now on to wide receiver Isaac Bruce. He was in 4 Pro Bowls, 15,208 receiving yards, 1,024 receptions, 16 seasons, and 91 touchdowns. He's quoted as saying, "My mom taught me to be humble, but once I'm on the field, it becomes a competition thing. I have something to prove whenever I go out there. I think guys look at me and think I'm too skinny or see where I went to school and probably ask, what am I doing here? So I take the initiative as far as coming off the ball and trying to block and knock a defense back on his butt or trying to catch passes and make a big play." Isaac Bruce was drafted by the Los Angeles Rams in the 2nd round, 33rd player overall of the 1994 NFL Draft. Known for his precise route running and tireless work ethic, Bruce totaled 1,024 receptions for 15,208 yards and 91 touchdowns during his 16-year career with the Rams, 1994 to 2007. And San Francisco 49ers in 2008-2009. His receptions total ranked 5th, and his receiving yardage placed him 2nd in NFL history at the time of his enshrinement. Bruce earned a total role with the Rams in his 2nd season and produced one of the greatest seasons by a wide receiver in league history. He totaled 119 receptions for 1,781 yards and 13 touchdowns. The yardage total would have been a new NFL record had Jerry Rice not posted 1,848 yards that same season. Bruce was also the first in NFL history to record 3 consecutive games with 170 or more receiving yards, 181, 191, 173. Bruce produced 1,000 yards, 8 1,000-yard seasons, and 10 seasons in which he recorded 60 or more receptions. In 1999, Bruce was a key ingredient in the Rams' surprise turnaround from a team that had not finished higher than 3rd place in the NFC Western Division in 9 seasons to a 1st place finish and Super Bowl victory. Bruce's 77 receptions for 1,165 and 12 touchdowns earned him an All-Pro nod and helped prime the Rams to a then franchise best 13-3 record. In Super Bowl 34, Bruce grabbed in Super Bowl history in 1 touchdown. The touchdown was a 73-yard reception that proved to be the game winner with 1 minute 54 seconds remaining in the contest. Bruce, who recorded 42 100-yard games during his career, earned 4 Pro Bowl invitations during his 223-game career. Next and third up we've got is Harold Carmichael. Harold Carmichael, a wide receiver, was in 4 Pro Bowls, 8,985 receiving yards, 590 receptions, 14 seasons, and 79 touchdowns. He's quoted as saying, "I love to catch the ball too much to fall back. For me, there's nothing as great as catching the football. I feel like every time the ball is thrown my way, I'll do whatever it takes to catch it, even if I have to tear it right out of a defensive back's hands." Harold Carmichael played 14 seasons in the National Football League, and he was a seventh-round pick out of Southern University in the 1971 NFL Draft by the Philadelphia Eagles, where he spent 13 seasons. His final season in the NFL was spent with the Dallas Cowboys. During just his third season, Carmichael recorded a career high and team record at the time with 67 catches for 1,116 yards to lead the NFL in receptions and receiving yardage in 1973. This included a personal best 12 catches for 187 yards against the St. Louis Cardinals on October 14, 1973. Carmichael was a key member of the Eagles team that earned 4 straight playoff appearances from 1978 to 1981. He scored a career-best 11 touchdown receptions during the 1979 season. Carmichael registered 40 or more catches in 9 straight seasons, eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark 3 times, and had 20 games with 100 or more receiving yards during his career. Carmichael led the Eagles in receptions and receiving yardage 7 times and established a then NFL record of 127 straight games with a reception from 72 to 80. A true leader, Carmichael helped Philadelphia to a division title and the franchise's first Super Bowl appearance in 1980. At the time of his retirement, Carmichael was the Eagles' all-time leader in games played, consecutive games played, touchdowns, receptions, receiving yards, and touchdown receptions. Carmichael's career stats include 590 receptions for 8,985 yards and 79 touchdowns. He was named the first team All-Pro in 1973, second team All-Pro 3 times, received first team All-NFC 3 times, and second team All-NFC 4 times. Named to NFL's All-Decade Team of the 1970s, Carmichael was showed as the NFL Man of the Year in 1980 and selected to 4 Pro Bowls. So there you go, Harold Carmichael. Next up on the field is Jimbo Covert. Jimbo Covert. Echo is back. Oh, you getting an echo? Is everybody getting an echo? Or do you got 2 devices playing there? You got 2 devices playing there? Maybe that's why you got a double echo. Let me see. I don't think I should have too much of a double echo. There. That any better? That a little bit better? Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How about now? Is it any better now? Okay, better now? Alright, I see Bernie saying it sounds better now. Okay. Alright, thanks, Big Ray. And Bernie for keeping an eye on that for me. Appreciate that very much. Update the chat here. Alright. Jimbo Covert is next. We didn't do Covert, right? He's our 4th one. Yes. Okay, Jimbo Covert. an outside linebacker and a tackle, I think. OL and a T. All-decade team in the 1980s, 2 times in the All-Pro, 111 games and 8 seasons in professional football. He's quoted as saying, "I don't think I'm proven. You are only as good as your last name. I try and think of myself as steady, but there's always room for improvement. If you can't see room for improvement, it's time to get out." Jimbo Covert, 6'4", 277-pound tackle out of Pittsburgh, was drafted in the first round, 6th player overall in the 1983 NFL Draft by the Chicago Bears. He earned the Bears' starting left tackle position, starting all 16 games during his rookie season. Covert's presence made an immediate impact as he helped clear the path for Hall of Fame running back Walter Payton to gain 1,421 rushing yards, and the Bears to lead the entire NFL in rushing. Covert's efforts earned him all-rookie honors. Covert would continue to anchor an offensive line that helped the Bears capture 6 division titles in a 7-year span. As the Bears team captain, Chicago won 10 or more games in a season 6 times during his 8-year career. The Bears' success during Covert's tenure was largely predicted on a strong rushing attack. They led the National Football League in rushing on 4 straight seasons from 1983 to 1986, and were the NFC's top rushing team in 1989. He was able to battle through numerous injuries to start 110 games. Covert started at left tackle in 11 playoff games, 3 NFC championship games, and 1 Super Bowl. He helped Chicago lead the NFC in points scored during the Bears' magical 1985 season, which was highlighted by a 15-1 regular season record. The season culminated in dominating 46-10 victory and a 46-10 victory over the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 20. Covert paved the way for a 1,000-yard rusher in every season of his career but one. He was voted to the Pro Bowl twice, in 1985 and 1986, and was named the NFL's Offensive Lineman of the Year in 1985 and the Miller Lite Offensive Lineman of the Year in 1986. He earned consensus first team All-Pro honors in 1985 and 86, as well as second team All-Pro honors in 1987. Covert was also an All-NFC selection 4 times, 85, 86, 87, and 90, and named to the NFL's All-Decade Team of the 80s. So there you go. Jimbo Covert. Next on the field is Bill Cowher. Bill Cowher. Get a sip of water real quick while we're updating here. All right. Head coach Bill Cowher, class of 2020. All right. Yeah. He had 8 division titles, 10 playoff appearances, 15 seasons in the NFL, and 1 Super Bowl victory. He's quoted as saying, "Adversity doesn't build character, it reveals it." A Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania native, Bill Cowher served as the head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers for 15 seasons, 1992 to 2006. At the age of just 34, Cowher succeeded legendary Hall of Fame coach Chuck Noll. During the 2004 season, Cowher guided an injury-plagued team to a franchise record 15 wins. His 2005 team became the first team ever to win 9 road games and the first 6th seed team in NFL history to win a Super Bowl. The amazing playoff run was capped by a 21-10 victory over the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl XL. Man, I had that sheet. I got to print out that sheet. And then I'll know how to read these things. I found a sheet on Pinterest or something like that where it shows Roman numerals going all the way up to the hundreds and thousands or something. Cowher became just the second coach ever, joining the legendary Paul Brown to lead the team to playoff appearances. 11, thanks to Robert. In each of his first 6 seasons, he advanced to the Steelers to the postseason a total of 10 times during his tenure and won 8 division titles. In all, Cowher led the Steelers to 2 Super Bowl berths. Looks like it was 30-11. Cowher holds an incredible season record of 149 wins, 90 losses, and 1 tie. 623 and a postseason record of 12-9, 571, for an overall record of 161 wins, 99 losses, and 1 tie, with a career .619 average. He was named NFL Coach of the Year twice, 1992 by the Associated Press and Sporting News, in 2004 by the Sporting News. Prior to his tenure with the Steelers, Cowher served as a special teams coach and secondary coach for the Cleveland Browns in 1985 to 1988, and defensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs in 1989 to 91. Following an NFL playing career as a linebacker and a special team player with the Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. So Bill Cowher, head coach. Next up we have is Bobby Dillon. Bobby Dillon.
All right.
Bobby Dillon, I believe, was a defensive back and a safety. He had a total of 52 interceptions, 94 games, 4 Pro Bowls, and 8 seasons in pro football. And he's quoted as saying, "It tickles me after all this time to still hold it Packers' career interception record, and I think I'll be a long time before it's broken. Although with 16 league games, they have a better chance where we have only 12. It gives them a third more opportunities." The Green Bay Packers selected Bobby Dillon out of Texas in the 3rd round, 28th choice overall of the 1952 NFL draft. A dynamic playmaking safety, Dillon played in 94 games during his 8-season career. Dillon became one of the National Football League's premier pass interceptors, despite having lost an eye during a childhood accident. He was an instant star on defense for the Packers of the 1950s. He led the team with 4 interceptions while starting all 12 games as a rookie. Dillon ended up leading the team in interceptions in every year except his final season. He was an instinctive ball hawk and registered 9 interceptions in a season 3 times, 53, 55, and 57, and 7 picks. Twice, 1954 and 1956. He picked off 4 passes in one game versus the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving Day, November 26, 1953, which is still tied for the NFL record for most interceptions in the game. Dillon was voted to the first of 4 consecutive Pro Bowls, 56 through 59. Following the 1955 season, he earned first-team All-NFL honors 5 straight seasons, 1954 through 1958, and was selected All-NFL second team 4 times, 53, 54, 56, and 59. And in all, Dillon recorded 52 interceptions, which he returned 976 yards for an incredible career average of 18.8 yards per interception return and 5 touchdowns. He ranked tied for second in career interceptions at the time of his retirement and still holds the Packers record for career interceptions. So there you have it, Bobby Dillon. All right, moving on to player number 7, Cliff Harris. Gurus in the house. How you doing there, David? Chuck Dupree, Bernie H. All right, let me do a refresh here real quick. Now that I saw David poking the stream. At least I can notice you here. You got a blue wrench there, David. I come to your channel and chat, and I don't even get you to say hi to me. You don't even say hi to me when I come to your channel. I think you have to have a blue wrench to get notified on David's channel. I've gone to some of his live streams a couple of times, and he doesn't even see me chat in the chat box. But that's okay. I know he's busy. Congratulations, by the way, on your 1,000 subscribers. That's awesome there, David. So let's see, for Cliff Harris, looks like he's a defensive back and a safety. Class of 2020, 29 career interceptions, 141 games, 6 Pro Bowls, and 10 seasons. 10 seasons. He's quoted as saying, "I do hit hard, but I do it legally. As a pass defender, I am allowed to hit the receiver one time before the ball is thrown. However, once he catches the ball or becomes a blocker, he can be hit until tackled or knocked out of bounds." All right. In 1970, the Dallas Cowboys, like every other team in the National Football League, opted not to select safety Cliff Harris during any of the 17 rounds of the annual player draft. Even though the Cowboys were clearly interested in improving their secondary, they drafted safety Charlie Waters and cornerback Mark Washington and traded for future Hall of Fame cornerback Herb Adderley. Harris went undrafted. However, after watching films of tiny Alachita Baptist University, Arkadelphia, Arkansas, the Cowboys scouting department and coaching staff agreed he was worth a free agent tryout. Harris signed with the Cowboys as a free agent. Harris earned a starter berth as a free safety, but his rookie season was interrupted by obligatory military service. He returned the following year in time for training camp again and regained his starter's role. It was a role he would not relinquish during his 10-year career. A model of consistency throughout his career, Harris earned the nickname Captain Crash for his hard-hitting technique. A rolling ball of butcher knives was how Hall of Fame coach George Allen described the Cowboys' free safety. Hall of Fame safety Larry Wilson also offered high praise for Harris. "I feel Harris is the finest free safety in business today," Wilson said in 1979. "He's changed the way the position is being played. You see other teams modeling their free safeties around the way Harris plays. Strong as can be the run, able to go back and cover against the pass, and striking fear in everyone on the field because he hits so hard." In addition to 29 career interceptions, Captain Crash also accounted for 16 opponents' fumble recoveries. During the first half of his career, he was also utilized by the Cowboys as a punt and kickoff return specialist. Harris was also an astute student of the game. His vision and leadership on the field earned him respect of teammates and opponents alike. Their front door, even though it was a great front four, really wasn't a concern. Committed Pittsburgh Steelers Hall of Fame quarterback Terry Bradshaw, who faced the Cowboys in Super Bowl 10 and 13, "We blocked them pretty well, but their secondary was just great. Safeties Charlie Waters and Cliff Harris were super. 6 times during his 10-season career, Harris was recognized by his peers and the league's coaches by being invited to play in the Pro Bowl. He was also named first or second team All-Pro or All-NFC 6 times. Cliff Harris. Now on to Winston Hill. Winston Hill. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. I was wondering why there was no chats coming in. Huh? That's why there was no chats. Okay. That's why he didn't. He hid me by accident, huh? Or did somebody hide me on the channel? Did you hide me by accident? Or did one of your moderators hide me? I will be able to see you in my chat now. Oh my word. I've never purposely hidden somebody on my channel unless they weren't being nice in the chat. I don't think I was ever not nice in your chat. Just razzing you there, David. I figured it had to have been something like that. All right. Where are we? I'm trying to remember where we are. Oh, Winston Hill. Winston Hill is a tight end and an offensive lineman. 198 games, 8 Pro Bowls, and 15 seasons. And he's quoted as saying, "The pride in the individual is what makes him perform. I don't think a captain or anyone else can put something there that's not there." Winston Hill, 6'4", 270-pound tackle, was drafted by the Baltimore Colts in the 11th round of the National Football League draft, but signed as a free agent with the American Football League's New York Jets, where he spent 14 of his 15-season career. He was a standout from Texas Southern who went on to have an extremely successful career in professional football. Hill possessed durability, size, and strength, which helped him to become a dominant tackle. He is noted as one of the game's best pass protectors. Hill was an integral leader of the offensive line that blocked for Joe Namath, Pro Football's first 4,000-yard passer. Hill's final season, 1977, was spent with the Los Angeles Rams. Hill helped the Jets get back-to-back division titles in 1968-69 and started at left tackle in the Jets' upset of the Colts in Super Bowl III, when Namath guaranteed their victory. At the time of his retirement, Hill held the Jets' records for most consecutive career games, 195, and consecutive starts, 174. He was named All-Pro and All-AFL in 1969, second team All-AFL 3 times, and second team All-NFL 3 times. Additionally, Hill received All-AFC honors 5 straight seasons. 1970 through 74, was voted to the first AFL All-Star game during his second season, elected to the 8 AFL All-Star games, Pro Bowls, 5 as left tackle and 3 as right tackle, and named to the all-time AFL second team. He passed away on April 26, 2016 at the age of 74. There you go, Winston Hill. Next up is Steve Hutchinson. I wonder if I poked my ear too much there. All right, looks like he's a guard and an offensive lineman. Am I saying those right? OL, offensive lineman. He played in 169 games. He was in the NFL All-Decade team of the 2000s, 7 Pro Bowls and 12 seasons in the NFL. He's quoted as saying, "It was special. An offensive lineman doesn't really have stats for himself. So anytime you can get the rushing record or a touchdown record like that, it's big for us too." Steve Hutchinson, a 6'4", 315-pound guard out of Michigan, was drafted in the first round, 17th player overall of the 2001 NFL Draft by the Seattle Seahawks. He started all 16 games at left guard during his rookie season and cleared the path for running back Shaun Alexander to rush for 1,318 yards and 14 touchdowns. Hutchinson's effort earned him all-rookie honors. After missing the final 12 games of the 2002 season with a broken leg, Hutchinson returned in 2003 and embarked on a streak of 123 consecutive starts. That season, he also earned the first of 6 first-team All-Pro selections during his career and helped lead the Seahawks to a playoff appearance. Hutchinson continued to lead the way for Seattle's high-powered offensive that resulted in back-to-back NFC West Division titles in 2004 and 2005. He paved the way for Alexander to earn the Associated Press NFL MVP honors in 2005 after rushing for a team record 1,880 yards and setting an NFL record for 28 touchdowns, 27 rushing, and the Seahawks' total offense that season ranked second in the NFL, and the team made its first ever Super Bowl appearance. The Minnesota Vikings signed the All-Pro guard as a transition tag fee free agent in 2006. He made an immediate impact in his new surroundings and was named the NFL Alumni Offensive Lineman of the Year in his first season with the Vikings. In 2008, he led the way for Adrian Peterson to set a then-franchise record for rushing yards in a season with 1,760. Cards in my car. 13 letters in Hawaiian alphabet. And what is the longest word Hawaiian language? Will be great to know on July 1st. Oh my word. And become the first Vikings player to win a league rushing title. The next season, Hutchinson again winning NFL Alumni Offensive Lineman of the Year honors. The Vikings claimed a second straight division title and advanced to the NFC Championship game. In all, Hutchinson earned 7 straight Pro Bowl berths, 2004 to 2010, and was first-team All-Pro selection 6 times, 2003 and 2005 through 2009, and was named All-NFC 6 times, 2003, 7, and 9, and is a member of the NFL's All-Decade team of the 2000s. So there you go, Steve Hutchinson, our 9th of 20. Moving on now to Edgerrin James. Edgerrin James is a running back. Was in 4 Pro Bowls, 80 rushing touchdowns, 12,246 rushing yards, and 11 seasons in the NFL. The NFL, it's a privilege to be here. I cherish every moment. I go out here and try to do what I can to try to get in the Hall of Fame. Well, you did it, brother. All right. The University of Miami running back Edgerrin James was selected in the first round, 4th overall of the 1999 NFL Draft by the Indianapolis Colts. The team had great expectations for James as he was picked to replace the recently traded future Hall of Famer Marshall Faulk. James did not disappoint. His powerful running style and versatility led to a spectacular start to his career. James was tabbed as the NFL's Rookie of the Year in 1999, captured NFL rushing titles in his first 2 seasons, 1,553 yards in 1999 and a career-best 1,709 yards in 2000, and scored 13 rushing touchdowns. In each of his first 2 campaigns, he also caught 62 passes and 4 touchdowns as a rookie and a career-high 63 receptions and 5 touchdowns in his second season. James led the team in rushing 6 of his 7 seasons in Indianapolis and was a key to the potent Colts offense that helped him win 4 division titles and post 6 seasons with 10 or more wins. Prior to the 2006 season, James signed with the Arizona Cardinals as an unrestricted free agent and continued his all-star play. He rushed for 1,000 yards twice, a 3 seasons with Cardinals, and helped them win the NFC West title in 2008, the team's first division championship in 33 years, and a berth in Super Bowl. Is that 43 XL3? Or is that like, I don't know. James eclipsed 1,000 yards in the season 7 times. I'm terrible at rounding numbers when it gets up above the low numbers. Career and top 1,500 yards 4 times. A 4-time Pro Bowl choice, James rushed 12,246 yards on 2,028 carries and 80 touchdowns during his 11-year career, which ended with a final season with the Seattle Seahawks in 2009. A 3-time All-Pro choice 1999 to 2000 and 2004, and an All-NFC 4 times. 15. Thank you. Sensei Domino. Appreciate it. 15. Oh no, never mind. I was reading the wrong thing. The Edge was a beast of a downhill runner for my Colts. Egerin James. Egerin. Oh, that's how you say it. Egerin James. And all AFC selection 4 times, 1999 to 2000, 2004 to 2005. James was named to the NFL's All-Decades Team of the 2000. So, Egerin James. Egerin James. Next, we got Jimmy Johnson. Everybody knows Jimmy Johnson. Just like Jimmy Jones. Jimmy Johnson. Head coach. 2 division. He's was part of 2 division titles, 6 playoff appearances, 9 seasons, and 2 Super Bowl victories. The realization, he's quoted as saying, the realizations that there were a very thin line between the top and bottom of the league. The good part is that you don't have to go far to go. The bad part is that every week a team can beat you. That's right, Jimmy. Jimmy Johnson arrived in the National Football League after a successful coaching career in the college ranks that included a national championship with the University of Miami. He was hired by the struggling Dallas Cowboys in 1989 to revive the once proud franchise. He served 5 seasons with the Cowboys and guided the team to 2 Super Bowl championships. Johnson also coached the Miami Dolphins 4 seasons and led the club to the playoffs in all but his first year on the job. Johnson took charge of the Cowboys and improved the team from a 1-15 in its first season to 7-9 in 1990 and a return to the playoffs with an 11-5 record in 1991. The Cowboys reached the pinnacle of the NFL in 1992 and 1993 with similar paths, back-to-back Super Bowl titles. Both seasons, Dallas claimed NFC Eastern Division titles. Defeated the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC, the championship game, and defeated the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. In 1992, the Cowboys finished 13-3, the most wins in team history, to win the NFC Championship Eastern Division. Dallas knocked off the Eagles in the playoffs, followed by a winner over the 49ers in the conference championship, and claimed the Super Bowl title with a 52-17 drubbing of the Bills. The following season, the Cowboys entered the playoffs as the NFC's top seed at 12-4, down the Green Bay Packers, the 49ers, en route to a rematch in Super Bowl 38, I think. They were once again down the Bills, but this time by a score of 30-13. Johnson departed the Cowboys after he had compiled an overall record of 51-37. That included an impeccable 7-1 mark in postseason. He returned to the NFL sidelines as the Dolphins coach in 1996. After Miami finished 8-8 in Johnson's first year, and the club registered 3 straight winning seasons and wild card berths. The Dolphins' finest season under Johnson came in 1998 when Miami's stingy defense led the league in fewest points allowed and finished 10-6. In all, Johnson's record as an NFL coach was 80 wins, 64 losses in the regular season, and 9-4 in playoffs for an overall mark of 89, 68, and 0. So there you have it, Jimmy Johnson, the head coach. Next up, we got Alex Karras. Alex Karras. Defensive tackle, class of 2020. All-decade team in the 1960s, 161 games for 4 Pro Bowls and 12 seasons in pro football. I never had to work myself up for a game. I hated everybody, even my teammates. I never talked to anybody. That's blunt. Alex Karras, a 6'2", 248-pound defensive tackle from Gary, Indiana, was drafted in the first round, 10th player overall at the 1958 draft. Oh, that says something. He was drafted the same year I was born by the Detroit Lions. A standout from the University of Iowa, he was voted college football's outstanding lineman in 1957. I wasn't even a twinkling in my mom's eye yet. And was a college heavyweight wrestling champ. Karras was a dominant defensive tackle of his era and utilized a variety of moves to exude opponent blockers. His durability was evidenced by him missing just 1 game during his 12-year career and starting in 153 games. A true team leader for the Lions, Karras led a Detroit defense that finished second in points and allowed in the NFL 3 times, that resulted in the best win-loss records during his career: 11-3 in 62, 9-4-1 in 69, and 10-4-0 in 70. His career was capped with his lone playoff appearance in 1970. A member of the NFL's All-Decade team, topped his career. A member of the All-NFL's All-Decade team of the 60s, Karras was elected first team All-Pro 4 times, 1960-62 and 1965. Second team All-Pro 8 times and voted to 4 Pro Bowls. During his 12 seasons, 1958-62, 64-70 career, Karras played in 161 games. His career totals include 4 interceptions, 17 fumble recoveries, and 1 safety that season. During the off-season, Karras kept busy as a national television personality. Karras passed away on October 10th, 2012 at the age of 77. Man, this hat, it's like a brick. It's an authentic hat by the MLB New Era. But it's just like, and it's my hat size. I guess my head got a little bigger now. Does that make sense? Does your head get bigger? Alright, so next we got up is Troy Polamalu. Troy Polamalu. Is he a Hawaiian or Samoan or something, probably? We'll find out here, maybe. Defensive back and hold on. I got a bid. I think that was a bid. It was either a bid or a sale. I might have sold. Been listing up a lot of cards lately. NFL All-Decade Team in the 2008 Pro Bowls, 12 seasons, and 2 Super Bowl victories. He's quoted as saying, "The greatest thing for me, football-wise, is it's a test of will. It's not exactly playing the game against the opponent. It's playing the game within yourself. The fears of making a mistake, the fears of getting injured. When you overcome those obstacles within the game, that's when you become a better man." A premier safety of his era, Troy Polamalu, played his entire 12-year professional career with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, there you go. Bernie H. probably knows this guy. A 2-time All-American out of the University of Southern California. Polamalu was drafted in the first round, 16th player overall, the 2003 National Football League draft. He quickly earned his nickname, the Tasmanian Devil, given to him by his fellow teammates for his range, explosiveness, and impact on the field. He had a strong performance in 2008 AFC Championship game with a 40-yard pick 6 late in the game to propel the Steelers to a Super Bowl title. Polamalu added to 3 tackles, 1 assist, 1 tackle for loss, and 2 passes defense. During his storied tenure, Polamalu was a defensive leader who guided the Steelers to 7 playoff appearances in 12 years, 5 division titles, and them win 2 of their 3 Super Bowl appearances. The 2010 Defensive Player of the Year, Polamalu, recorded 7 interceptions for 1 touchdown, a sack, and 63 tackles for the season. Polamalu was selected to 8 Pro Bowls, received first-team All-Pro honors 4 times, second-team All-Pro twice, and was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week 7 times throughout his illustrious career. He is a member of the NFL All-Decades team of the 2000s and the Pittsburgh Steelers all-time team. He started 142 of 158 career games, made 32 interceptions, made 12 sacks, and recorded 783 tackles, 583 of which were solo tackles. As dangerous as Polamalu was on the field, he was just as well known for his mild-mannered and kind-hearted demeanor off the field. Polamalu was the 2010 Walter Payton Man of the Year, an accolade earned for his service work. See, what did I miss? Anything up here? Remember that guru. Mongo in Blazing Saddles. Oh, really? The Flying Hawaiian. He insured his hair. That's awesome. Pronounced Polamalu. So, Polamalu. VBS at church this week. Oh, we're having ours the last week in June for our kids. Me and the wife are heading up to Tess's Diner or whatever it's called. It's where they get their shit. We're handling snack time. He was fun. Birdhouse building and Jesus dwelling inside is the teaching point at vacation. A birdhouse building. Oh, birdhouse building and Jesus dwelling inside is the teaching point. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Huh. You refresh the chat here. And we'll move on to Steve Sabol. Getting closer here. We're past the halfway mark, I think. Oh, okay, so Steve Sabol is an NFL Films and contributor. He got 35 Emmy Awards. He got a 2003 Lifetime Achievement Emmy and the 2002 Sports Executive of the Year Sporting News Award. And he's quoted as saying, "It's never been about making money. That separates us from others because we've been allowed that privilege. There's magic in the sport, and we're there to reveal it, document it, and preserve it in our films." Steve Sabol began his brilliant career in 1964 as a cinematographer, working for his father, Ed Sabol, who founded NFL Films. He was the artistic vision behind the studio that completely revolutionized how fans watched the National Football League and set the standard in sports filming. Sabol was an all-Rocky Mountain Conference running back at Colorado College, majoring in art history and an avid movie fan. This combination gave him a unique perspective and qualification to create football movies. Under Sabol's leadership, NFL Films won over 100 Emmys. 35 of those Emmys were won personally by Sabol, which is more than anything else in television and more categories than any other person in history. Writing, cinematography, editing, directing, and producing, Sabol and his father received the Lifetime Achievement Emmy from the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences in 2003. Other achievements by Sabol include being named to the 2002 Sports Executive of the Year Sporting News, receiving the Pete Rozelle Award, which is presented each year to someone who has made an outstanding contribution to the NFL and in pro football. Honored by the Pro Football Hall of Fame as winner of prestigious Pioneer Award for significant innovative contributions to pro football in 2007, bestowed with the March of Dimes Support Leadership Award in 2010, inducted into Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame and Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame in 2011, and received the Sports Business Journal's Champions, Pioneers, and Innovators in Sports Business Awards in 2012. Sabol's career at NFL Films came to an end in 2012 when he passed away on September 18th in Morristown, New Jersey, at the age of 69. He joins his father, Ed, in the class of 2011 as only the third father-son duo to be elected to Pro Football Hall of Fame. Art and Dan Rooney and Tim and Wellington Mara are the others. There you go, Steve Sabol. Alright, next up we have is Donnie Shell. Donnie Shell. Sabol. Sable. Okay, Sable. I've been duly corrected. Donnie Shell, defensive back and a safety. 51 career interceptions, 201 games, 5 Pro Bowls, and 14 seasons in the NFL. He's quoted as saying, "Once I proved to myself I was learning, I knew I would make it. I've always believed in myself." So Donnie Shell, a two-time MVP and all-Mid-Eastern Conference player at South Carolina State, signed as a free agent with the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1974. Man, a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers in here, Bernie. A fierce hitter, Shell intercepted at least one pass in each of his 14 seasons with the Steelers. His 51 interceptions made him the first strong safety in history of the football league to surpass the 50 interception mark. One of 7 brothers in a family of 10. Shell methodically progressed through the ranks from special teams player to a part-time defensive back as a rookie to a starting strong safety, earning that spot in 1977 when he replaced former Pro Bowler Glenn Edwards. Following the 1978 season, he was named to the first of 5 consecutive Pro Bowl teams. He was also named first or second team All-Pro 5 times, 1978 through 1982. In 1980, Shell led the Steelers defenders with a career-high 7 interceptions and was named to the team's MVP. In a 1981 game that against archival Cleveland Browns, the ball hawking, Shell became the first Steeler since 1973 to have 3 interceptions in a single game. In 1984, duplicated his team and career best ever interception ever, counting 1982, 83, and 86 when he was team co-leader in interceptions. He led or shared the lead in interceptions 5 of 7 years. Adding to the significance of his accomplishments, his 5 interceptions in 1982 came during a strike-shortened 9-game season. In addition to having a nose for the ball, Shell was also a devastating tackler. He led the team in tackles in both 1982 and 1984 and was the leading tackler in the Steelers secondary for 6 consecutive years, 1981 to 1986. His 51 career interceptions ranked him 3rd in Steelers history, behind Hall of Famer Mel Blount, 57, and Jack Butler, 52. And his Shell tied for second most seasons played behind only Hall of Fame center Mike Webster. All right, we're down to our final 5. Duke Slater's up next. Looks like we got a couple of old timers coming up here. Get a sip of water quick before we get in here and try and wrap it up. So Duke Slater, a tackle and offensive lineman, 90 games in 10 seasons. Duke Slater was the best tackle I ever played against. I tried to block him throughout my college career. Never once did I impede his progress to the ball carrier. Fritz Chrysler on Duke Snyder. Duke Snyder, a 3-time All-Big Ten selection and All-American tackle from the University of Iowa, was a pro football pioneer. The 6'1", 215-pound tackle who helped lead the Hawkeyes to an undefeated 7-0 record, including a 10-7 victory over Cute Rockney's Notre Dame team, which was riding a 20-game winning streak in 1921. Turned pro in 1922 when he joined the Milwaukee Badgers. Following just 2 games with the Badgers, Slater signed to play with the Rock Island Independents from 1922 to 25, and he would finish his career playing for the Chicago Cardinals from 1926 to 1931. Slater starred as a 2-way lineman for 10 seasons and was the longest tenured African-American player during that era. He blocked for numerous Hall of Famers and some of the greatest runners of all time, including Fritz Pollin, Jimmy Conzelman, Jim Thorpe, and Ernie Nevers. The talented tackle played a full 60 minutes during the historic Thanksgiving Day game in 1929 when the Nevers scored a single game record 140 points. That NFL, oh man, That NFL record still stands today. A few weeks later, Slater scored a touchdown of his own on an interception return versus the Orange Tornadoes on December 8, 1929. Racial bias presumably kept Slater from being named to official All-NFL team of the 1920s. However, he was recognized as an all-decade player of the 1920s in the book, the Pro Football Chronicle. In total, Slater was named All-NFL 4 times, 1923, 25, 26, and 29. The second team All-NFL by various outlets in 7 of his 10 pro seasons, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, and 30. He graduated from law school and passed the bar in 1928 while still playing in the NFL. He started a practice in Chicago and became an assistant district attorney and assistant Illinois Commerce Commissioner. Slater was elected to Chicago's second black judge, was selected Chicago's second black judge in 1948, and in 1960 became the first black judge to serve on the Superior Court of Chicago. There you go, Duke Slater. Max Speedy is up next. Win one for the Gipper. Alright. Max Speedy, 86 games, 1940s NFL All-Decade Team, and 7 seasons in the NFL. He's quoted as saying, "Hurdling is all speed, balance, and perfect timing. I think that helped me more than anything else in becoming successful in football." Mac Curtis Speedy was born on January 2nd, 1920 in Odell, Illinois. Speedy was crippled during his childhood by Perthes disease, a bone deficiency. But he overcame that. Doctors feared he would be a lifetime handicap. During his time at the University of Utah, Speedy played football and basketball, was best known for his running tackles, specifically running hurdles, which Speedy felt helped him to excel on the gridiron. Speedy was drafted in the 15th round of the 1942 NFL Draft by the Detroit Lions. However, he enlisted in the U.S. Army and that March in the midst of World War II and never played for the Lions. While he was with the Fort Warren service team, he caught the attention of Cleveland Browns head coach Paul Brown. As a result, Speedy signed with the Browns as a defensive end, but quickly converted to the offensive side of ball and created a lethal receiving duo with Hall of Famer Dante LaValle. During his first season, Speedy only caught 24 passes, but was All-America Football Conference's leading pass receiver over the next 3 seasons. Speedy's standout career play came in 1948 when he caught a screen pass from Otto Graham and ran 99 yards for a touchdown against the Buffalo Bills. Speedy established every major receiving record in the 4-year history of the All-Decades team of the 1940s. In 1953, Speedy joined the 3rd Professional Football League, the Western Interprovincial Football Union in Canada, and played 3 seasons, 1953 through 55. In 1960, Speedy returned to football as an end coach with the Houston Oilers of the New American Football League. After 2 seasons, he moved to Denver as his offensive end coach and took over the head coaching during the 1964 season, where they remained for a couple years. All right, next up we got is Ed Sprinkle. 2 more to go after Ed. Now we've gotten through all 20. So Ed Sprinkle's a linebacker, an end, and a defensive end. 132 games, 1940s NFL All-Decade Team, 4 Pro Bowls, and 12 seasons. Boom, there we go. Who we got? You. Okay. But you're not the first person to call him Canute. Huh? Who is Canute? Win one for the Gipper. Mr. Investor on eBay has a 1947 Ted Williams Bond Bread card for sale. $100 and some change in case you want one. Thanks there, David. A little out of my league there with that one. $100 card. Not for this retiree. Thank you, though. Thanks for giving me a heads up about it, at least. Alright, let me do a refresh here. And we will get into, he's the greatest pass rusher I've ever seen. George Halas and on Ed Sprinkle. That's a nice deal. It probably would be if I could afford one. Ed Sprinkle signed with the Chicago Bears as a free agent out of Navy in 1944. A fierce competitor, Sprinkle was once described by legendary Hall of Famer George Halas as the greatest pass rusher I've ever seen. Strong, hard-hitting, and one of the most feared players of his era. Most notably, at defensive end, Sprinkle was labeled the meanest man in football by Collier's Weekly. The 6'1", 206-pound Sprinkle originally played both offense and defense end for the Bears. He caught 32 passes for 451 yards and 7 touchdowns during his career. He helped lead Chicago to an NFL Western Division title in 1946 with an 8-2-1 record. The Bears would go on to defeat the New York Giants 24-14 in the NFL championship game. However, his ability to rush and tackle the opponent's passers soon made him a defensive specialist. During his 12 seasons with the Bears, the NFL teams were switching to the T formation, and a strong pass rush was essential to defend against the improved air attacks. Sprinkle was determined, extremely quick off the snap, and as a left-handed right end, he could handle most blockers with his stronger arm. Sprinkle is widely regarded as one of the players to gain fame by rushing the passer. In total, Sprinkle intercepted 4 passes for 55 yards and 1 safety and recovered 2 fumbles for touchdowns during his career. And is a member of the NFL's all-decade teams of the 1940s. All right. Next up we've got is Paul Tagliabue. Tagliabue? Looks like he's a contributor. Oh my word, he's got a whole bunch of titles here. The Sporting News, 2001 Most Powerful Person in Sports. The Sports Business Daily, 2000 Sports Industrialist of the Year. And the Sports Business Journal, 2001 Sports Executive of the Year. And he's quoted as saying, and whatever we accomplished, it's not about Paul Tagliabue. It's about the whole team of people. And I think for me, having a gold jacket would be tremendous recognition of the hundreds of employees who did a phenomenal job. As far as some of his career highlights, during Paul Tagliabue's 17-year reign as commissioner of the National Football League, pro football grew to unparalleled heights. Expansion labor peace, new stadiums, international operations, unprecedented television coverage and revenues, internet and new technology development are just some of the successes accomplished during his tenure. Today, the NFL is not only template for success among sports leagues, it is the standard by which all other leagues aspire. Tagliabue, however you say his name, was elected to succeed Pete Rozelle on October 26, 1989, to become the seventh chief executive of the NFL. A few months later, the new commissioner set the tone for his administration. At the March 1990 owners meeting, Tagliabue and Broadcast Committee Chairman Art Modell announced a new 4-year TV deal worth $3.6 billion, which at that time was the largest in television history. At that same meeting, Tagliabue announced the formation of a committee on expansion and realignment. The committee eventually recommended and the clubs approved an addition of 2 teams, the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers, that began play in 1995. In 1991, Tagliabue and the club owners, recognizing the tremendous potential for pro football on an international basis, launched the World League of American Football, the WLAF, later known as the NFL Europe. Was the first sports league to operate on a weekly basis on 2 continents. Labor peace is another hallmark of Tagliabue's stewardship. In 1993, the NFL Players Association officially signed a 7-year collective bargaining agreement, which guaranteed more than $1 billion in pension, health, and post-career benefits for current and retired players. The most extensive benefit plan in pro sports was the first CBA since 1987 and the first of 2 successive long-term labor agreements with the players during Tagliabue's tenure. Under Tagliabue, the NFL also addressed many other key priorities. During the Tagliabue era, the league supported the construction of some 20 new stadiums, created a league-wide internet network and the subscriber-based NFL TV network, and secured the largest television contract in the entertainment history, totaling some $25 billion. Before becoming the league's CEO, Tagliabue represented the NFL as an attorney at Covington and Burling, a Washington, D.C. law firm. Tagliabue is a great TTM signer. Oh, really? I don't think I have any of his cards. But there you go, Tagliabue. And our last but not least, George Young. We finally made it to the end. He's got a whole list of titles too. Contributor, 1984 was the NFL Executive of the Year. 1986, the NFL Executive of the Year. He was the NFL Executive of the Year in 84, 86, 90, 93, and 97. And he's quoted as saying somebody quoted him as, George was a purist who cherished the traditions and history of the game he loved so much. Ernie Accorsi on George Young. George Young joined the National Football League as Senior Vice President of Football Operations on February the 2nd, 1998, after serving 19 years as General Manager of the New York Giants. The Giants had not made a postseason berth in 15 years when Young was hired by the club in 1979. In building the Giants, he placed special emphasis on the draft. From his inaugural draft in 1979 through the 1995 selection process, he succeeded in signing every player drafted over that span. From those drafts, A total of 119 players made the club at one time or another. Instrumental in his reversal of the Giants' fortunes was his drafting of standout players such as Phil Simms, Lawrence Taylor, Joe Morris, Carl Banks, and selecting Bill Parcells as the club's head coach. During Young's tenure, the Giants earned 8 playoff berths, highlighted by victories in Super Bowls 21, 25, and compiled an overall record of 155 wins, 139 losses, and 2 ties. He was named NFL Executive of the Year in an unprecedented 5 times, 84, 86, 90, 93, 97, like I already said. Young also served as chairman of the NFL's competition committee. Prior to joining the Giants, Young was on the staffs of the Baltimore Colts 1968-74, holding positions of scout, offensive line coach, director of player personnel, and offensive coordinator. Prior to joining the Giants, Young was on the staffs of the Baltimore Colts in 1968-74, holding positions of scout, offensive line coach, director of player personnel, and offensive coordinator in the Miami Dolphins 1975-78, serving as a director of personnel and pro scouting. George Bernard Young was born on September 22, 1930 in Baltimore, Maryland, where he was an outstanding football player at Calvert Hall High School. He attended Bucknell University, where he was a starting defensive tackle for 3 seasons, team captain in 1951, and was named to the Little American First Team and All-East First Team in his senior year. Selected to play in the Blue-Gray game, he was drafted by the Dallas Texans. Young then began a coaching career in the Baltimore school system at Calvert Hall and City College High School during a 15-year span. His teams won 6 Maryland State Championships. Young was especially proud of his years as an educator, which he taught history and political science. During that time, he also earned 2 master's degrees from Johns Hopkins University and Loyola College. In May 1987, he was awarded an honorary doctorate in Humane Letter from Western Maryland College. He is George Young. Our final of 20 Hall of Famers for Are You Ready for Some Football? Are you ready for some football? Alright, so let's see who's on deck for next week, 2021. For 2021, we're going to have 8 Hall of Famers: Alan Faneca, Tom Flores, Calvin Johnson, John Lynch, Peyton Manning, Bill Nunn, Drew Pearson, and Charles Woodson. Those will be on the lineup for next week. Where are we here? Whoa, 1 hour and 20 into that was the longest. I can't remember if we had one when we first started, maybe. That might have been pretty long, but that was a long one. Whoa, I'm all tuckered out. Let me take a nap first and then we'll continue. No, just kidding. Hama is the longest word in the Hawaiian language. It means triggerfish. Hama kanga kaka powwow. Oh my word, David. You think of the strangest things to do in your show, that's for sure. Alright. Well, we're going to go into part 2 of 4 of the World Baseball Classic and see what we can find in our next box here. Okay. Let me take this out here and open up box number 2 here. Okay. We'll see if we can find anything good in this box. Let's see if I can get closer to, let's see, this would be 40 cards. So we know we won't have a complete set till at least probably, at the earliest, we could do it on box 3 tomorrow. But we will open my big box, my big box I got today too. For those that have been watching the channel might know what that's gonna be. And if not, that's fine too. There we go, World Baseball Classic. It says, and we didn't have it yesterday, so it says 2 base card parallels, 2 insert cards per box, and look for rare autograph parallels. Be nice to get an auto, but if not, that's fine. So, but yesterday we got 2 insert cards. We got Trout and try and remember who else, and then 1 base card parallel numbered card. So that's what we had yesterday. So let's see what we can find today before we go into our next item before we close up this stream today. Remember yesterday I thought it was like I thought they were like in Topps website finest fashion in one of those plastic boxes. Oh, we got Harry Ford on the back there. That's our insert card. So Puerto Rico, Javier Baez. Oh, hold on, let me get this so you guys can see these closer. How's that sound? I don't mind doing this. Hold them up to the camera so you can get a better picture. Javier Baez, Puerto Rico. Randy Arozarena, Team Mexico. We got Pete Alonso, Team USA. Czech Republic, Eric Sogard for the Czech Republic. Xander Bogaerts, Team Netherlands. Jose Altuve, Team Venezuela. We got Mike Trout there. Mike Trout, Team USA. It's his number, 23 in the set. And we've got Eloy Jimenez with the Dominican Republic. And we got Sandy Alcantara with the Dominican Republic. We got Paul Goldschmidt with Team USA. We got Jose Barrios with Team Puerto Rico. We got Manny Machado with Team Dominican Republic. We got Jose Ram. We had 2 of him yesterday, and we got another one today now. Eloy is back tonight. What inning do you think he'll get hurt in? Oh my word. Freddie Freeman, Team Canada. Hae-Sung Kim, Team Korea. Shugo Maki, Team Japan. Sandy Alcantara, Team Dominican Republic. Boom! Francisco Lindor. Short print for sure. Number 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. And we got Mookie Betts for Team USA. We got a sleeve on this one for now. Francisco Lindor. Short print, 3 out of 10. Pretty cool. And we got a flags. This is the flag set. Last two. Oh, we got shorted again. Probably because we're getting the serial number ones, maybe. Have to see if we got 20 cards in this pack. Harry Ford, Team Great Britain, and Mookie Betts, Team USA. Let's see how many we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, we got 20 cards in the pack at least. And I believe only one duplicate. Or no. Well, one that we already have, but let's see if there's any duplicates in this pack. Let's see their correlation, how they're doing here. What do we got? We got a 9, and a 6, and a 7, and a 20, a 19, a 15, 23, 28, 21. It's only a few cards, so I'll do it this way. 32, 34, 36. Let's go with 33. I don't think I've seen a duplicate in this one. 33. 644. Well, there we go. 50. Jesus Kim's the last one. 46. And 21. Oh, we do. We got a double. Sandy Alcantara. Got one double, just like the last one. Different player. Different player this time now. Sandy Alcantara. Oh, wait. Maybe that's... But I gotta check on the other one. They're two different... It's a color variation. See, the bottom on this one's dark. And the edge on this one is light. I didn't notice that. Maybe that's the way they were the other one. Have to double check that one. Might be a color variation. Might be a color variation. Al Green said, Homina, hot girls back in the city. Okay. And then this one is number 22 for Francisco Lindor's short print. Oh, I gotta go that way. That's the way it's gotta go on the binder. 22. And then the two flag ones, which I don't know if I'll get a complete set of those. Those are harder to get. You only get 2 in a pack. We're only going to end up with 8 of them. F9 and F12. So we got F1, F2, F9, and F12 for our subsets. Okay. So pretty cool, pretty cool. I'll set this off to the side here, and we will do one more thing before we end the stream here. I'm gonna show you the big box that I got today. I have to make room for it here, because it's a big one. It's a big one. Oh, wait. Now you can see. Oh. And it's heavy. And it's heavy. Oh, my word. Let's see how I can squeeze it in here. Okay, so should be able to see. It says it's Topps Fulfillment. we're going to open this up here. I like that. This box has up to 7 lives. Our planet has just 1 life. Okay. Let's see. You guys can see me in the little picture probably because I'm going to have to set this down here. So that, thing's heavy. Okay. Oh, my word. Well, take my word. The box is empty. The box is empty. That's for sure. Okay. The box is empty. I'll put myself in timeout now. Happy Flag Day, everyone. There you go. Let's see. Oh no, can you see that? MLB no color case tops fulfillment 2023 satisfaction guaranteed. It doesn't really say anywhere, does it? Really, what it is. Guess you just gotta open up the box. There you go. Those that know numbers and stuff probably can see what that says. To view the general conformity certificate for this product shipment, if applicable, please refer to www.tops.com/GCC. It's a 12/24 count. 12. I think it's 12. A 12 box case is my guess. It's the same thing on both sides. Unfortunately, it doesn't say anything else different. But I guess you could take a picture of the barcode if you want. Maybe that tells you something. The barcode, probably is the barcodes for the product. Make sure they do the right one. I don't know. But let's see what we get here. Let me put this here and get my handy dandy little knife again and crack open the case. Crack open the case. What's in the box? Let's go racing, boys. Uh-oh. 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 It's Aaron Judge. Let me turn the light off here. There you go. It's Aaron Judge. Hold on, I'll turn the box so you can get a better view of it. How's that sound? My word. Oh, here we go. I'll just do it this way. I'll pull this one out from the top. Oh no, there's another one there. There we go. Oh, sweet. Big Ray. There you go, Big Ray says it. Well, there we go. we get to have fun going through this. 24 packs, 14 cards per pack. Hold on, I'm gonna... Let's see, what time is it? I'll take one out. I'm gonna move this out of the way, okay? Because it's taking up too much space here. I like that big rate. You should do a break. I'm gonna break one box at a time, like I've always done on my channel. I'm gonna do one box at a time. But I'll give people a heads up. If you're a Patreon of mine, some of your player cards for your favorite team might be in these boxes that we're going to break open in this case. So, that's why I've been advertising my Patreon. So, I smell a Adley Auto. Oh my word, you never know. But, we only got 10 thumbs up. We didn't get to the 15 thumbs up that I was hoping for. So I will do this for now. Let me put this out of the way for future openings. How's that sound? For future openings, we will put this down where it belongs, in the archives here. In the archives for now. Yeah. That box there out of the way. Oh, you never know. Some unopened packs and Patreon packages might bring you some more Patreon members, just saying. You never know. Remember, when you're a Patreon, you not only get... Yeah, thanks for that food for thought there, Big Ray. Might consider donating a box of this stuff. There's 24 packs in a box, right? That could be 24 Patreon packages. Nothing in the way there. 24 packs, 14 cards in a pack. A whole box at the end of the month prize would be epic. Just thinking. Yeah, it would be. If Guru was the one that donated them. We'll see. We'll see how the month progresses and what we find. That might be awesome stuff in these. But we probably won't open the first one today. But it'll be on standby here. In my hidden stash here for next week's use. Or this week, if we ever reach 15 thumbs up and a live stream. 15 thumbs up and a live stream to open it. Tell you what, I got a couple minutes here to get to the 2-hour mark. Let me get my little binder out here for, let's see what we got here. We got card number 6, Randy Arozarena. We already got that one, so we got a Randy. We got a 7, we need a 7 here. We'll put this in slot number 7 spot. We need a heavier bias. Going 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, 17, 18. You need a 19. You don't need a 20. You don't need a 21. Sandy Alcantara's right there. Oh, we had two Sandy Alcantaras, so we got a double there now. Got a 22. Is the Francisco Lindor. Go right there. And we got the 23, the Mike Trout. 24, 25, 26, 27. Got a 28 right here, Eloy Jimenez. 29, 30, 31, 32, Paul Goldschmidt. Got a double of Paul Goldschmidt here. 33, Jose Ramos. Oh, we're getting a lot of doubles here. 34, Jose Barrios. That's our second, another duplicate. 35, 36, Manny Machado. 44 of Freddie Freeman. Man, lots of double duplicates. 46, I don't like their collation already now. 44, 45, 46, Shugo Maki. 50 is Haesung Kim. There was my 1 and 2. So we got two more. We got the two more flags. We got the 9 and the 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9 is the Mookie Betts. Do that this way. F9. Yeah, F9. Oh, F9. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, and then this one's 12. 9, 10, 8. 10, 11, 12. Harry Ford, 12. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So out of that 20 cards, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 duplicates. Got 8 duplicates there. My word. That means out of the 50 card set, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Well, more than halfway there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What do we got here? We got the 6, 20, 21, 21, 20, 32, 33, 34, 44. Boom. Those dupes there. Set this here. We're going to get ready to do our closer here for our 2-minute warning end of stream. Alright, so you guys can go ahead and log in there, get your last entries here. Bernie H says he's here. Bernie H is here. Chuck Dupree is here. Chuck Dupree gets a +1. Anybody else here? End of stream 2-minute warning is at 39, 40, 41. At 42, that will end. Here, there, and everywhere. Guru. Guru's here. Here, there, and everywhere. Got you covered here, Guru. Okay. So we got, Big Ray's here. Big Ray's here. Got you, Big Ray. Here and there. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Share it out. Holler to your friends. Holler here. Holler there. Tomorrow we'll have an oddball. We'll probably, maybe I'll just do open the first box tomorrow for sure. Because I don't have anything really scheduled for Throwback Thursday or anything like that. So we'll probably start off with the World Baseball Classic box 3 of 4, and then we'll progress it. We'll progress it. If we get up to the 15 thumbs up, we'll open a box of Series 2. So if you try and be here then. Have a great evening, Donald, and everybody. As always, another great stream. For your information, if anyone is a cord cutter, do a rescan on your antenna TV for many more digital channels and much better quality. What's that say? If anyone is a cord cutter, do a rescan on your antenna TV for many more digital channels in much better quality. I did last night. Oh, my TV's just hooked up to the internet. So, trust me, I have more channels off of the internet than you can shake a stick at. The only service I basically pay for is Fubo TV, so I can watch my Seattle Mariners for not free, but at least I can watch the whole season, and then I turn it off after the season's done. I pay like $60 a month for Fubo TV, which has a lot of baseball. I have 102 channels with an antenna. Oh yeah, they do have nice antennas out there now. I tried that once, but where we live here, I didn't get many channels, so. Alright, Guru, Big Ray, Bernie, and we are at the end here. So, end the 2-minute warning, pre-entries period. So, for everybody that was here today, we've got Bernie H, We had Big Ray. We had Chuck Dupree. We had God is Great. We had Guru. And we had Sensei Domino that were here at the beginning and or the end of the stream. So until then, this has been fun. It's been real. And it has been real fun. So until then, you all take care. It was fun today, all the way. So until then, you all take care. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and we will see you all around the channels. Are you ready for some football? 2020 Hall of Fame class. That means we got 3 more weeks on the football schedule for finishing up the Football Hall of Fame, including the 2023 Hall of Famers. So until tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel. Like that Big Ray says, I got 123 channels on my first scan over the air, getting an ATSC 2.0 box to get all the newer stuff. We'll probably take it up closer to 150 with 30 plus in 4K. Oh, there you go. That's cool. That is cool. All right, there, Big Ray. Guru and Wahoo, Bernie H, Big Ray, Chuck, y'all take care and have a wonderful and blessed night. If you go to church on Wednesdays, go to church. Support your local church. And it's a good thing to go to church on a regular basis. So until then, y'all take care. As David says when he finishes the end of his dreams, it's not just words, but be blessed. We'll see you all tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Alright? Until then, take care and have a wonderful and blessed night. We'll see you around the channels. Bye for now.